Giving you story after story, everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gonna do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp. Episode 93. Time of Reflection. Part 6. Yeah. This one right here. Balance. Yeah. So let's get into it. Now, I was sitting here thinking, man, because like I say, my time of reflection, I'm sitting around thinking about everything and what I need to do, how I need to handle certain things and all this and that. I was looking at the fact that, man, am I really balanced? My life balanced? Okay, let's get into it. Okay, when you think of balance, you're thinking of things being on a certain level and ain't nothing falling, and ain't nothing too high. Like when you weighing something, you know, and you want your, you know, when you weighing, your life, you're looking at it physically, you're looking at, how things are going with your relationship, with your family, wife, children, whatever, you know, and you're looking at things spiritually and what you doing for money. You know what I'm saying? That's, got to have that money. And I was looking at things, man. I said, man, my life really off balance, man, because you know I started noticing, man, I spend less time, you know what I'm saying, in the scripts. I spend less time doing things that I normally do. Sleep a whole lot now, and the reason is all the only thing it takes is one thing that you do, you know what I'm saying, that can throw everything off balance, man. For instance, you can work too much. You can spend too much time, you know what I'm saying, having fun. You can spend too much time doing a lot of things, and it throws your life off balance, man. You can spend too much time sleeping, but you got to get enough sleep though. And in this situation with me is work. Okay, I work two jobs, and at times I'm working two full-time jobs. But it's cool to make money, man. But you know, when you look up, I mean, when you're at work all the time like that, man, get off work on Saturday, which really is my only day off, to tell the truth, most of the time. I can't do nothing but sleep, man. I don't do nothing but sleep that day. I don't have time to go visit, my people. I don't have time to say, hey, let me go and do something I like to do. I don't have time to make music. Don't have time to do Tales from the Sipp. That's crazy, man. How you gonna not have time to do Tales from the Sipp? Just telling the story, man. Most of my time spent sleeping and going to work. And then you look up, you start seeing uh you're not really doing what you're supposed to do with your children or your wife or husband. Because, the only time you at the house, you just sleeping. And you wake up, do it again. So what kind of life is that? That's a life that's not balanced. Or, you know, you don't have time to study like you should. You don't have time to spend, you know, time with the Most High in communion, listening, hearing from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't in the scripture. And therefore, you'll notice your cup starting begin to get empty. You remember in the scripture where it tells about the 5 wise virgins, the 5 foolish virgins. The 5 wise kept their lamp burning and kept some oil. The 5 foolish, they started running low on oil. You know how? Because they didn't keep their eye on the prize. They started letting the cares of this world get in the way, keeping their lamp full, and their light started going out. And then they waited to the last minute, want to borrow somebody else's lamp, or they only have enough for themselves. And see, that's how we get sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some of us get like that, man. And in this situation, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about nobody else. I don't know what nobody do in their life, in their pastime. Then you start noticing, you start lacking when it comes to your children. How I'm going to teach my children and spend time with them when all I do is work. The thing I do is worry about money. How they gonna learn the scripture? How am I gonna take every time they look up, Daddy, let's go to grandma's house. Let's go to grandma's house. Every time. Oh, I gotta go to work, baby. I gotta go to work. Why you always gotta go to work? Hey man, after a while, you gotta listen, man. I done got tired of hearing it. I'm like, man, I know I work too much, but I just gotta have the money. Nah, sometimes you just gotta change some things around. You don't need as much money as you think you do. You know what I'm talking about? Good to make money, but life ain't all about the scripture even said. Life ain't all about money, man. Life more than just, chasing things. Not saying I'm just chasing things, but I have a fear of being broke. I have a fear of it. That's correct. I'm supposed to have that. Yeah, I know. But I'm dealing with it. Well, I say balance, man. That fear, just a little bit. But, yeah, but, then you look, you don't never spend time with your wife or husband. Do you really have a relationship? You can't never, when because, things just off balance, man. Things just off balance. So I decided I'm finna cut down all that working, man. Yeah, I can, work a job, get a little overtime, but I don't need all the money. Because at the end of the day, you know, what you do for the Most High, the only thing gonna last anyway, man. You know, you can't let the cares of this world, you know, cause you to get off balance and, you know, just be in survival mode, man. It seemed like this whole, for a long time, man, I just been in survival mode. And, you know, hey, it's easy to happen. It's easy to go into survival mode. You being a black man, you got a family, you want to take care of them, man, and you don't want to just be, no, it's just you. You got to do everything yourself, man. You got to hold it down, you know. Way it is, man. Yep. Moral of the story is you need balance. Life ain't all about, can't be all about one thing. You got to be able to balance your life, your you know, according to relationships, your job, and your, you know, your children, household, and especially with the Most High. Man, don't you get off balance, man. And that light burn out. Hey, you might not have time to go get that oil. Might not have time to go get no more oil. The bridegroom here. And he like, boom. All right, you ready to go? Too late then. Yes, sir. Flip that. Moral of the story. Yes, sir. That's Tales from Sipp, episode 93, Time of Reflection, part 6, Balance. Be on the lookout for episode 94. Until next time, Hundo signing off. Peace out. Yes, sir.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.